Hello and welcome to the, as promised, review of the brand new Kona, Hyundai Kona. So this is a full electric vehicle, so that for those in the know with the jargon, a BEV or battery electric vehicle, as opposed to a PHEV or PHEV, depending on how you say it, which is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So this doesn't have any petrol. This has no fumes, no carbon, no nothing. You just plug it in and go. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dee West, or Deanna West, or Diana West. You kind of pick one, and whatever you prefer you can call me. And we got this car last week, so I have handed over the normal family drive, which is known as low gas, which is a P100X, and it has the gull wing doors. And it's a beautiful car. As everybody knows, Teslas are very, very, very great at the wow factor. This car is a lot more unassuming. It's a lot less intimidating to drive and to get comfortable with. But it's also got so many fantastically cool bells and whistles. So this is the gear changing. It's completely ergonomic, and your little manual seat warmers and coolers are here too. So I mean, it is super sweet. This is the top of the line. This is not the entry-level model. This has everything you can possibly get. This little spot here, if Jess wants to give us a demonstration, that is for
charging your phone.
Wireless charging. So I'm going to turn it on. So Jess, if you wanted to have a quick look at the heads-up display while I press the power button. Cool. And then it gives you a nice, gentle reminder to drive safely. Now, you won't be able to see what I'm seeing unless Jess kind of moves over here. I'll just take that. Okay. Oh, there you go. Heads-up display. So that is, it's just very cool. It's just very Star Wars and kind of futuristic, and it shows you your speed, and you can adjust the display to show you what you want to look at. Now, what else do we need to know? Let's go for a little drive and continue our discussion. So, the reason this car is incredibly exciting, here's the parking assist and reversing camera. It's a little tiny bit soft focus because this car has been everywhere because we can't stop driving it because we're enjoying it so much. Now, every electric vehicle has its place and has its advantages. And oh my goodness, and there's one right there. Can we go and wave at the little red? There we go. That is a little Nissan Leaf. Wave. Oh, didn't wave, but that's okay. I love it when I get a wave. So every electric vehicle available in New Zealand, we've been lucky enough to drive all of them, test drive and or review, or even have in our fleet. And people love their cars. And the thing that we need is more options. And this has filled a gap in the market. It's a brand new car. It's not the cheapest vehicle you will ever own if you do decide to take the plunge. Full stop, hands on wheel. If you decide to take the plunge and have the Kona become a member of your family, you're looking at about 80,000 New Zealand dollars upwards, depending on whether you want all the bells and whistles or not. That sounds like an awful lot of money, but it's a brand new car with just so many features. It keeps you in the lane. It's got autonomous software and hardware that will be evolving along with the industry. It also has a phenomenal range. Now, range anxiety is something that holds a lot of people back from deciding to take the plunge and become an electric vehicle owner. Now, my camera person today is born into EV royalty. I've got I've got Jess in the car, so thank you, Anne and Ellen, for lending me your daughter. She's actually taking her driver's test in about an hour's time, and she kindly offered to help me out here. So, tell me what you think of it as a very well-versed electric vehicle passenger, Jess.
It's really smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of cool things like charging your phone and all this stuff. Like, it's just really nice. It's a really nice car.
It really is, and very unassuming. I mean, it's beautiful to look at. I am obviously in love with the color. My nails even match it. The one that we've got is bright red, obviously. I don't know what to say. I'm going to take you safely and smoothly onto the motorway and just show you a little bit about what this car can do. Now, anybody that has been in an electric vehicle knows that the torque is phenomenal. So there's no messing around with the laws of physics that you'll get in an internal combustion engine, where there's a lot of noise and heat and combustion. It's basically you're propelled by explosions occurring because there is a explosive gas situation happening in your engine, and it's not like that with electric. So the batteries deliver the energy directly to the wheels, so passing, accelerating, just hands down better in electric vehicles than in your traditional ICE vehicles. What else about this? Okay, so one thing I will say that has been a challenge for myself and
narrow road ahead.
She tells you in a very gentle and helpful way what's going on around you. Narrow road ahead also kind of just means merging, as far as I can tell. And the car will tell you when there is a school crossing, when you're about to hit a school zone. You do have control over what voice recognition you'd like to use. It has Apple CarPlay. It's fully connected to the greater interwebs. It has full GPS, so you can get to where you're going, and it'll talk you through the steps, which is very, very cool. And if you want to take a look in the back, it's really roomy. It's perfectly suited for tall people as well as little teeny tiny people like me. Easy to get into and out of. You do have to sort of climb up and into some of the other more SUV. I would put this probably in the category of a crossover. So it's a great all-rounder. It's a great family car. It does only have 5 seats, so if you're looking for 7, I think your only option in New Zealand at the moment is the X, which I believe the starting price for an entry-level X is somewhere around the 150,000 - 160,000 New Zealand dollar mark. And this is about half that and has the same, if not slightly
Narrow
more
road ahead.
range. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna gently give us a little bit of a kick. Did you hear that? So yeah, now I'm at the limit of what I'm allowed to do here, and that took no time or
Narrow
effort
road ahead.
whatsoever. And she's kindly keeping me on track, so that's fantastic. Oh yes, sorry for waffling, it's what I do. And this is the unedited version. There will be a slicker edited version available as well in the next couple of weeks. But this car doesn't turn itself off. Now, we've been completely spoiled by the good folks over at Tesla, because that's been our main driver in the family for quite a long time. And the Tesla turns on when you get in and turns off when you get out. And it's a small thing, but I gotta be honest, more than half the time we have left this vehicle and we've left it on because it's about habit. But if it's your everyday driver, it's not going to be an issue, and just about everybody else on the planet is perfectly okay with turning their car on and off. So really not a thing, but it has been for me. What else did we discuss in the first take that we're not using?
I think think we've covered it.
I think we've covered just about everything. Okay, so we're heading back to the offices now, here in the beautiful Albany Industrial Estate. And yeah, so the car is rated by the manufacturer at about 450k range on a full charge, and you have to take some of the manufacturer's range information with a grain of salt, because occasionally they're a little bit optimistic, shall we say. But I can see range geeks getting well over 500 kilometers on a charge in this car. And on top of that, this car is also able to take up to 75 kilowatts of power at a go, which makes it a lot quicker, easier to charge if you're on the go, if you have a fleet. Yeah, so any procurement managers out there, you're gonna have to get into one of these cars and see what we're talking about. It's a real game changer. As a brand new car, if you're looking at comparable vehicles for around the same price, you're just getting so much bang for your buck, and you're also able to put your hat in the ring, because you're encouraging carbon divestment and energy independence for our beautiful island nation, which is 100% perfectly suited to electrification, as we well know. So yeah, so over 400k range easily, which is what I get in Lolgas, the Tesla Model X. This car is nowhere near. It doesn't have quite so many distractions. You get in and you go. It tells me what the speed limit is everywhere that I am, so that on my heads-up display. It has a sport mode, it has a range mode. It's incredibly smooth and easy to drive, and I just love it. And it's sufficiently smaller than the larger options, like the beautiful Jaguar I-Pace, which is a great car, and I worship it, but it is large and it is imposing, and this is slightly more comfortable to park and drive, I find. So yeah, so what I would like to say to all the manufacturers is get your product out there. There's going to be somebody that is going to be as happy and madly and deeply and importantly in love with your product as I am with this car, and that's yeah, that's what we want to see. So getting more of these on the road and having more range. I cannot wait for the trucks to come out. I cannot wait for the sportier models to come out, and I cannot wait to see the prices continuing to settle, and the cars to become a bit more affordable. So what else? Visibility is great. Absolutely no body roll. I really like it, and I would suggest, if you have been considering an electric vehicle and you're being held back by things like range and ease of charge, this car is going to get you absolutely everywhere you need to go for a comparable price to a sort of mid to high-end luxury vehicle that chews through dinosaurs. There's also regen paddles, so you can choose how much or how little regen you have. I don't know how clear that was, but I put the regen onto full, and that means that there's a lot more engine braking, which puts more energy into the engine. Yes, I'm not as technical as everybody else out there, but I do love this car. So that's about it. So what would you give it out of 10, Jess?
Well, personally, because I don't have the struggle of turning it off, a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 from Jess. That's pretty awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's just a great car. I would like to see the price come down and it be more accessible to people, and that's just a matter of time, because that's what happens with any new technology. It starts off really expensive, and then it kind of balances itself out. And yeah, the range is great. The experience is great. It's not intimidating. It's unassuming. It's my favorite thing right now. So yeah, all electric vehicles are beautiful in my eyes, but this one certainly ticks a lot of boxes, particularly, as I said 100 times, that of range. So yeah, if you want to treat yourself to an electric vehicle, get out and give one of these a go. There is a waiting list, and I can totally understand why. So thank you everyone at Hyundai, and I look forward to bringing you some more reviews on some more of the product as it arrives.